How y'all doing?
Good. We'll start first with Miss Karen Kornacki. Go ahead, Karen.
That was a great move, like a jack in the box. Good job.
You like that entrance?
I love that entrance.
Yeah, that's
Thank
a
you for
Friday
making my
entrance.
day.
Oh yeah, that's a Friday entrance for you right there.
Hey, Frank, I just want your take on studying Josh Allen. Do you see a difference? Can anything from that game, that week back in week 6, from that game, can anything in that game help you as you see him progress for this one?
Yes, hats off to him. He had a hell of a season, leading that Bills team to where they are. Him and, with the help, of course, he got a lot of help around him, Stephen Diggs. They had that running back punch, the 1-2 punch. But, that quarterback, he's doing everything right now. I see a lot of similarities with him and, the Chiefs team from 2 years ago when Pat was having that, when the whole Pat thing started kicking off, actually, when everybody, was just so, hyped about the Chiefs when they was 12-0, I believe, that season going into Seattle, all that stuff, whatever. But, and I kind of see a lot of similarities, just the plays he's making, the plays falling down, making throws still, the plays he's making on his feet, and just how they basically putting the game in his hands. He's just been doing a lot to help them win. And, just studying stuff from last game, you try to eliminate the mistakes and clean up all the plays that you didn't make.
Go next to Herbie Teope. Go ahead, Herbie.
Hey, Frank. How indicative that Friday entrance, that the energy you just showed there, how indicative is that of the atmosphere in the locker room as you prepare to face the Bills in a big game with the winner, the right to go to the Super Bowl? How loose is it there?
I say it's loose, but it's like a focused type of mentality. Everybody, the mindset is stuck on, winning the AFC championship. It's not on winning the Super Bowl. Those are future plans, like, as I say, but it's stuck on winning, the Lamar Hutton Trophy, and keeping that trophy here in KC. I feel like everybody's on the same page, and when you have everyone on the same page, and you see it in practice, you see it running around, through your effort, through your teammates' effort, through the guys around you, it makes you be more confident. That's what brings out the confidence in the player, but then also as a team, when you see everybody around you on the same court.
Next to Steve Walls. Go ahead, Steve.
Hey, what's up, Frank?
How you doing, Steve?
I'm good. I've heard guys like Hitch talk about the fact that Spags has given you guys a key, so to speak, to go out there and be yourselves and just play ball. My question for you is how important is the fact that he just lets you guys play and make sure you guys have the beat your man and we win mentality?
Man, it's very important. As a player, all you want is a coach, like Coach Spags, as a player's coach who understands you, and then who wants to put you in the best position, so that you can help your team win football games. I played for a lot of coaches, high school, college, things like that. I'm not saying that, they were bad, but I'm not saying also that their intentions were to bring out the best in their players, and I can say that for sure with Coach Spags, his intentions, they're not negative or nothing like that. His intentions are solely to, have the best defense on that field in the, so that we're not giving up points, so that we can have fun and, let our offense do what they do.
We'll go right down the line with the final four, starting with Todd Lebo. Go ahead, Todd.
Hey, Frank, you talked a little bit earlier about Josh Allen. Just tell me a little bit about the challenge of facing a quarterback of his size, right? A lot of times you go back there and you're way bigger than the dude you're trying to tackle. He's a pretty big cat. What sort of challenge is that?
What's his dimension? I don't remember. Got me
6'5", 250 or something like that. 6'5", 237.
I'll tell you that. I had to hit Ben Roethlisberger a few years ago, and might have got a little slight concussion from that. But yeah, he ain't the biggest quarterback. But he's a hell of a tackle, man. Like I said, the kid, he plays with great effort. And if you watch him and you watch how, when he's playing, it's just his effort, man. He's a baller. I mean, his hats off to him. Like I said, you want that type of guy, and leading your team. If you're an offensive player or a defensive player, and you're not a quarterback, you want that type of quarterback leading your team. So it's not about him being a tough tackle or anything like that. I just feel like he does his job. I think people, they see him as a quarterback. They see him like, the sliding thing, and man, you see that boy drop his shoulder so many times and stiff arming guys and stuff like that. And, it's just about making the play when you get there.
Go next to Aaron Ladd. Go ahead, Aaron.
Travis talked about this a little bit, and even you touched on it in a previous answer, just understanding that it's just a game and taking it one game at a time. Is there anything that you think back to or kind of that helps focus you if you get a little jittery before the game starts?
Oh, man. Before the game, I mean, I don't really get jittery and stuff like that. Like, I really have fun doing this. Like, it's not a hard thing. It's not a hard job. You know what I mean? It's hard to win championships and to do stuff like that, but to do something you love to do, like to go out every day around some guys, with the same goal as myself, that's the joy. I don't come to work and have problems like a lot of these other guys have when they come to work and not loving what they do or not loving the people they're around. Like I love being around my players, my guys and my coaches, and, I just love playing football. So, it ain't no jittery thing. I mean, it's the playoffs and, championship opportunities. So, emotions are going to always rise and things like that are going to always happen. But you got to have fun. You got to remember why you're doing it. You got to remember as kids watching your peoples. You might have kids, they watching you. So when you remember why you're really doing it and you're doing it for those people and, for the sake of yourself, you got to loosen up and have a little bit more fun.
The last two, Pete and then Surin. Go ahead, Pete.
Frank, I think it was recently before a game, you posted a GIF to Twitter of just sharks swimming in the water. I was wondering what happens to you and your psyche and from Saturday to Sunday as you kind of flip that switch.
Oh, man, I go through so many different emotions and changes, man, and, yeah, just kind of, my mind be everywhere, man. I love it so much. I love this game so much, and I put so much, like, of my time and my effort and just my heart into it. It's just like, man, it's Saturday to Sunday is a weird transition because it happens around like that afternoon, that evening, Saturday evening is kind of when the switch kind of flips, I guess, where only thing I care about is winning. The only thing I really care about is winning at that point and being the best. And if I'm not, I'm mad at myself. And, if I don't win, I'm mad at myself still, so it's kind of one of those things. I'm just a competitor, man. I only care about winning, especially at this point. Like, I only care about winning, being the best I can be for my teammates, and doing it again on repeat.
We'll go last to Surin Petro. Go ahead, Surin.
All right, and Brad, if I could get a quick follow-up on this as well. A lot of close games for this team, not the last game, right, when everybody was sat down, but last 7 games were within one score. That's a big topic outside of Kansas City, right? That's kind of one of the national themes. You guys aren't the little underdogs maybe that you were last year, right? Now you're the big bad boys that have already won it, and so people are looking for reasons to pick other teams. The reason they land on a lot is that you guys played a lot of close games coming down the stretch. I'm just curious, what's your feeling about playing those close games?
Yeah, I think close games, they really build character for real. When you playing games, man, I ain't gonna mention no teams and no names, but when you playing against teams or you playing in games where you're not challenged, it's gonna affect you in the later half of the season. And I didn't play football my whole life. I watched it happen on a professional level, at a high level. I've been playing for the last 6 years, and I've watched it happen all 6 years, where teams come out or players or individuals where they come out and they on this high, and they can't keep this high going. They can't keep that going into the latter half of the season because, like, man, it's just crazy. You watch it so much. It's like the further you go on in in our league, and the more it changes, like the more it happens to me.
Then secondarily, you've answered the questions about Josh Allen. They've gotten to where they're a lot like your offense. They won't run it if they don't think that's the way to go. They've got all those wideouts. Is it safe to say this is a game that you and the D-line have to come up big for the Chiefs to win?
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that. I think it's safe to say that every game. If you don't put the pressure on the D-line, on the front line, defensive line and the O-line, I feel like if you don't put the game on our shoulders, it's going to be a long one every week. And, it's been times throughout the season where we showed that, where the D-line didn't necessarily play as well. And you see how hard we could have made a game. You see times where the D-line might have played, better together, did more to help the team, and you see the results of those games. But I feel like the defensive line is the heart of the team, and I feel like we got to do everything we can to win this game and to take it on and win, running back. So it's about one thing, honestly, this weekend. It's about how good the team is going to play, and that's all I honestly care about.
Frank, we appreciate the time. Thanks for joining us.
Appreciate you guys.